Billy Carson, aka Forbidden Knowledge. We're here in Cairo, Egypt, getting ready to take 101 people on this amazing tour for 2024. And right now we're at the airport, but we're heading over to the hotel, the Mean House Hotel, which is amazing because it actually is a hotel that's looking right at the pyramids. In the morning, we'll have breakfast overlooking the pyramids, and we're going to take some jeeps and go through the desert, and we're going to go out to see the Valley of the Whales, where we're going to see huge whale bones in the middle of the desert. So it's going to be a great, great day tomorrow. Stay tuned for a lot more. It's Billy Carson, aka Forbidden Knowledge. I'm in the Sahara Desert at a place called the Valley of the Whales. Right here we have a Basilosaurus skeleton. Now the head of these whales is very interesting because they had very sharp serrated teeth, just like sharks, just like the Megalodon. As a matter of fact, the teeth were just as big as the Megalodon. Some researchers tend to think that these were the part of the evolutionary process. But some of us also think that these were just a specific species that were created to fit in this environment. And right now we're standing on an ancient ocean, or actually an ancient seabed, I should say. This was potentially not an ocean, but potentially just a seabed. And this seabed was extremely vast. And if you look at the tops of some of these buttes, you can see the actual weathering damage, and you can see the water damage from erosion, showing that the water level was way up there, and then over millions of years, it dropped until there was no more water. Now, the prevailing theory with mainstream is that this area just somehow gradually over millions of years dried out and the whales got stuck. However, we have found baby whales here. Now, whales are very intelligent, and I doubt that if the water and their environment is shrinking, that they would want to reproduce and have babies. It just doesn't make any sense. In my personal opinion, something happened here catastrophic, but it happened in a very short period of time, which allowed all of this death process and all the millions of fossils that we're walking on across this vast, dried out seabed.
So we are sure about 4 ice ages happened. The last one we know for sure is the one at 9,700 BC. But there was another glacial age and an older and older. So every time this change happened, we have what we can call it global flood, and then no flood, and then flood, and then no flood. Okay, so the water invasion was not for just one time. No, maybe like at least 4, but I believe it's like more than 400 times. To understand the difference of size, this second level, this is the size of the teeth of the biggest white shark.
Wow. Oh, wow.
And this is the regular shark.
Yeah.
This is the biggest. Okay? Yes, this is our Megalodon.
Big. Wow.
I don't remember, I think in the Natural History Museum, I saw like double size. But if you come close, you see why the bite of the shark is very dangerous. Look. Yes, see? It is not just a sharp teeth, but it has like a saw.
Yeah.
There is, it used to be a volcano here. Last time it was active was 12,000 BC. Okay? So, yeah, so this is all fine. This is the alabaster, or what they call it, the calcite. This is now the big secret, the silica glass.
Yeah, it's like high heat.
Exactly. High heat.
Yeah,
3,000 degrees.
Yes. So what happened?
Either a weapon or energy.
Right?
Yeah.
And we have a huge location in the Western Desert, far west, near Libya, called the Valley of the Silica Glass. Okay, big valley. So they say maybe there was a nuclear explosion. Some people talk about UFOs landed and the nuclear engine. Okay, something must provided or something happened, and the area received this kind of
Also, you have
heat.
Mohenjo-Daro by Pakistan and the Indus Valley. The whole city turned into glass.
Okay.
Buildings and the people are still laying in the street dead. The bodies have never been touched. They're just there. No animals ate the bodies. They're bones now, but they're higher than background radiation.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Every time I come here, I have this question, because this is not a whale 100%. Okay. So what happened? They say that these creatures one day used to walk on land. So something happened and they had to go to the water.
Right.
But another thing happened before they, exactly, to finish before they complete change, like nowadays. So the whales nowadays could change it, but these died before they finish the cycle. Water does what? Water, it plays like a chisel, like a knife, running, and then the water edge does something like this. Wind doesn't do this. Wind, when it blows, it affects the weak levels. Okay? So how to know this is wind or no? The weak levels never form a short level. So if it is deep and high or wide, this is wind. If it is a small distance in between, this is water. Because what happened, water can drop down like 10 centimeters each. So it can give you like 20 lines. Wind doesn't do this. Wind will give you 2 maximum, or sometimes 1. Okay?
Just like civilizations rise and fall, nature has its rise and its fall in different regions of the planet. And right now, this is in what we would call a quote-unquote fallen state, because it's not, the life is here, but not as much life as used to be in this exact spot.
Exactly.
And at some point in the future, it may return again.
Yes. Is radiation is going to last for 40 million years?
Yeah. Well, sometimes, like for example, in Mohenjo-Daro, the buildings that turn to glass, the radiation there is still higher than background. They still pick up the readings. So even though this is much older, maybe has faded over time because of the decay rate. But I was thinking if I can get a little bit peak. Now that one over there, the Basilosaurus had a slightly higher peak than background. It was maybe 1 or 2 rads higher. This one was normal.
If we use the behavior of the modern whales, I think this place is one of very few locations, maybe in Egypt, whales decided to come here and die here. I think that is a good solution for the situation. Okay, so that's why this kind of formation we saw there, which it doesn't make any sense in regular logic. But if they decided to come here together in groups, like what they do this in modern days, and they die there in this area, so maybe that makes sense. I was telling Billy that, see this one there? That's a big question. We have now the question, which came first? The mound, that small mound, and then the whale came and wrapped itself around it, or the whale died and then the sand formation happened. But if you look to these striations, we can see we are missing other whales taken. So there was like at least 2 at the base and 1 more at the top. So as if they were creating a pile of whales. So this groove is a place for a whale. Each groove is a place of a whale.
All right, y'all. So now we're leaving the Valley of the Whales, heading back to the hotel to eat dinner. Yes. Woo! And what's next, Billy? What else we got planned for today?
Today, well, we'll have the meet and greet dinner tonight at the hotel and meet everybody that's arrived into Cairo. Talk about this amazing 2-week tour we're going on.
Tell my mama I love her. Billy, you
That girl
scared?
got locked up. No.
These lamb chops. Woo!
Maybe your stomach. This is
Chickpeas.
Camel beef though.
Chickpeas with tahini
mushroom.
and pickles, eggplant, and roasted eggplant with vegetables and tahini from sesame. Yeah.
And then what's that down there?
Fruits, banana, red date, guava, sweets, basbousa, كنافة, ده بلح الشام. بلح الشام, كنافة, زلابيا.
It's very tasty.
Yeah.
But you can get like 5 kilograms extra when you eat this.
What about this?
Mango juice, natural mango juice. It's so delicious, yeah.
Watch this video for free at www.4bk.tv or download the app on your smartphone, Fire Stick app, Samsung TV, Roku, and other app providers.